By now in your training, this page looked very familiar to you. This is the login screen for Employee and Faculty Suite. What I'm going to do is walk you through how to actually, as a budget manager, put in an online requisition for materials or supplies or equipment. So go ahead and log in as you normally would. Put your social security number and your date of birth, unless you've changed your PIN number. Once you're on the login screen, what you want to do is click on the employee information plus sign over here, and then online requisitions. Next, you want to click on purchase requisitions, which is right here. The process is pretty basic. So you want to go to click create new requisition. That's step one. Next, you're going to see your name and information, and you will only have access, I'm going to hit this little hashtag right here, to only your budget centers. Depending on your role here at Lawson State, you may have several or just a few. So just select the correct budget center, and it will populate on the screen. So I've selected mine. Then what you want to do, if you notice these two areas, campus and ship to, these should match. So let's say that I'm going to order something for the Birmingham campus, or maybe my budget item, my budget is on the Birmingham campus only, so that's important. Make sure these things match. And the shipping address needs to match as well. Next, one of the things that you need to do before you come to this screen, before you even log on, you should have already selected your vendor and what items you're going to purchase. And it's important that you have all those items listed, the pictures of those items, the VIN numbers for those items, and the cost, because you're going to need that later. So let's say that I'm going to use Quill, which is a vendor that we use here. And once I plug in the vendor short name, I click search. And what's happening when I click search is that it's going to pull up all the vendor information for me. So the way I secure that information is by clicking here where it says please select vendor, and there is Quill. And that's the great thing about it, because once I hit that search button over here, it populated all this information for me. But don't forget to go up and click. Remember, at first it was just showing please select vendor. It was hidden. In order to populate it, hit Quill. There you go. Next, select continue. And you're ready to start ordering. Again, remember, all of this should already be in front of you as you're working on here. So let's say that I want to purchase some Xerox paper. Name it. Be very specific. Don't give a bunch of numbers without first defining what it is. A lot of times requisitions are rejected because it may come in something like this, with a bunch of numbers or labels like HP, but it doesn't define what it is. And that doesn't tell us anything. It needs to be very clear. So write out exactly what you're ordering. I'll do it again. And make sure you put the ID number that the company has for that particular product and make sure it's right. Then you want to select what budget line item is it coming out of. So if it's, for example, if I selected equipment contract, that would be incorrect. This is clearly materials and supplies. So I'm going to find that. I'm select materials and supplies. I still have money left. How many cartons am I ordering? Okay, and you put down the price. And when I hit enter, there it is, it's going to populate the actual line item total, so you don't have to figure that out. It's already built in. And so what you have to do for each item that you're ordering, you go ahead from this vendor and put everything together. It's best to just go ahead and order from that vendor. Instead of making 5 different requisitions for one vendor, just go ahead and put your items together for the same vendor. That helps to cut down on the paperwork for the business office. I'm sure you can appreciate that. So once you go ahead and build in each item, now remember, let's say I ordered paper here, but I ordered an actual, let's say I'm ordering a scanner in this next one. Well, that's not materials and supplies. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's actually equipment, right? So what I would have to do over here is just change whatever my item is. So if it's equipment and I have money for equipment, then that's what I would actually put here, okay, whether that's the correct item or not. Okay. If you make a mistake, the business office will let you know. Trust me, they will. They do an excellent job at that. So I'm going to put my scanner in here. Okay, and hit enter and it'll go in, or you can hit the space bar, typically it'll go in. So another thing is that if this gets really long, if you have a lot of things to order, one thing I would tell you is to continue to hit save requisition, not save and exit, but save as you go so you don't time out. Now, once you're done, go ahead and click save, because you're really not done, but I'm going to show you something. Save requisition. And the reason why we save at this point, even though we're not done, is because notice up here, be sure to save changes to requisition before attaching a file. And you might be asking, well, what file am I attaching? You are attaching basically the evidence of what you're ordering. You're attaching a document that has the picture of what you're ordering, the actual matching number and description, and the cost, so that the business office or any auditor can cross-check what you wrote here against what you're actually attaching. Does that make sense? So that's a step that you must perform. Requisitions that come in without an attachment are rejected. That's just it, because we can't really verify what you're ordering. Okay? Once you're done, so you just go ahead and browse and find your document. Let's say this is it. Okay, and from there just click attach, add the attachment to your document here, as I'm doing here. Now if you try to do this without saving, all of this will disappear, so that can be very frustrating. Remember, always save the requisition before attaching. If not, your document is gone. Scroll down to the bottom and then you hit submit the requisition. I'm not going to go ahead and submit it because it'll actually go forward, but that's what you would do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save though. Now I'm going to show you how to track your requisition. Let's say that you did go ahead and submit your requisition. What will happen is that whenever you come back on your screen, you will see your requisition. You see the saved ones over here. Let's take a look at this real requisition that I actually have. So you click view and edit, and if you go to the bottom, you'll see where it was submitted, when it went out, and where it's been, has it been, what the status is. If you can see, it's been approved here, approved, approved, and pending. So it's still in the cycle of approving. You see that? That's important because you can make contact with the various offices if they have questions about the requisition, and that helps the process quite a lot. So I hope this brief tutorial has helped you. If you have any additional questions about the requisition process, please see your direct supervisor, or you can always contact, of course, our wonderful business office. Thank you.